You know the sticker artist who went and sent 8 fake hater emails to themselves to solicit pity for marketing and gain like 40,000 followers from it? Well, a bunch of things happened and a 14-part apology dropped, so let's dive into this. And if you haven't seen the original video, I'll have it linked down below. But essentially, she created a fake email from somebody named Michelle with a Karen MAGA hater mom persona, and then sent herself 8 different hate emails that were all 5 paragraphs long and solicited a ton of pity from internet strangers who went and purchased stickers to go and support her business. It then came out that she was actually the one who made the fake email address and sent herself all these emails, and people obviously weren't happy. So that's the TLDR. But after all of that happened, known as StickerGate, there have been a few updates. This is the first situation that happened with a creator named Fable and Flame Co. This happened November 10th, and Fable posted, "Oh my god, so Rachel ordered stickers from me a few months ago and just left me a bunch of 2-star reviews because I called her out on Threads. LMFAO, this is a new low even for her. It tanked my Etsy ratings too." These were some stickers, and these stickers were delivered October 30th. You can see that it was sent to Rachel, and the address is blocked out. And Rachel left a bunch of 2-star reviews and either used ChatGPT or took the personal time to write this out. Kind of cute but grainy and doesn't look good. Backing was hard to remove. Poorly made, ripped easily when trying to readjust positioning. Looks like AI. This is also rich coming from somebody whose profile photo was heavily suspected of being AI generated. They continue, and again, 2 more stickers where they wrote personalized reviews. Material isn't very good and wasn't impressed with the stickers. Appearance was blurry and grainy. Will not shop with this company again. And this is another level of malicious as well because it's a 2-star review, not a 1-star review. And if you don't know, you might be like, well, isn't that better because technically it's 1 star higher? Well, actually, it's done a bit maliciously because if you leave a 1-star review, some people will obviously go and read the 1-star review, but they'll look at that and be like, well, maybe this person's just a hater or whatever. People on the internet have said that they tend to trust 2 or 3-star reviews better than 1-star reviews because it means that they showed some sort of diligence in considering the product and rated it a little bit more fairly. Because again, a 1-star review is pretty extreme. And another commenter, Sarah, adds, "Too bad she doesn't hold herself to the same high standards that she does her stickers." Where Rachel had a post that said, "I'm not going to villainize the people who hurt me most publicly. That's not who I want to be. But for the record, I didn't review bomb anyone. Etsy emailed me to review my products from one creator, and I left an honest review. I make stickers. I have high standards. That's it. Stop spreading lies." I mean, you could look at it 2 ways. It could be an honest 2-star review. But also coincidentally, this review was left allegedly after the artist spoke out about this individual on Threads and criticized them. There likely is some bias in this review. And then Rachel had made a series of posts clarifying a new direction of their channel and content, and it didn't really sit well with people. This is again posted by Fable and Flame Co., probably also like a bit salty about the 2-star reviews, validly so, writing, "This is insane and unhinged. Quote, I'm being bullied by real people, end quote. Unlike the fake people he made up to make sales. Funny how that works. Quote, people are profiting off of my misfortune, end quote. The only profit we're making is because we've had to spend the last week defending our own integrities after you gave all sticker shops a bad name." And it's a really long thread where Rachel's kind of crashing out about never being good enough, people misinterpreting their parody bio, talking about how their apologies were sincere, which also this apology was then deleted, the one that I read in the previous YouTube video. Those posts plus every other post that I've ever made anywhere have been dissected, analyzed, and turned into think pieces by complete strangers who have no shortage of unqualified opinions about what I said or didn't say. I always find this statement interesting because this is a statement that people tend to make where it's like, well, you know, how dare people comment on things that I'm doing publicly? And it's like, well, I don't know, if you're going to go and make a fake email account and then send yourself 8 fake hate emails that are 5 paragraphs long, double spaced, Times New Roman font, MLA format, people are going to talk about it because that's the nature of the internet. Things go viral and things get discussed. If you didn't want people to criticize what you did, maybe don't make a fake email account and send yourself a whole pile of hate emails to try to generate sales for pity marketing. Rachel continues, "Moving forward, the direction of this account is changing. Removing my old post doesn't change the narrative. This likely is referencing the apology they deleted. It means I'm done leaving the post out for you to pick apart. People who choose to have real conversations with me privately know where my heart is. You can be disappointed and walk away. That's reasonable. The rest will believe what they want. And I will not tolerate toxicity. Now I have to trust what I do, and who I am is enough, no matter who disagrees. Yes, this is being discussed in therapy and present. I'm owning it and I'm doing the work whether you believe it or not. What's wild is watching people profit off of condemning me. I'm experiencing harassment and bullying from real people. My story is public, and so are the lies and harassment that have followed. I see it, I'm aware, and it's being documented appropriately. I mean, to break this apart, harassment towards anybody is not okay. Do not harass Rachel. Do not harass any other individuals that are involved in this scenario, right? Harassment is never okay. But I do think the statement of I'm watching people profit off of condemning me is very ironic because it's, again, the whole rules for thee, but not for me, where she's allowed to go make a fake email account and send herself a whole bunch of hate fake emails to garner so much sympathy from the public in a form of pity marketing to garner sales. And she immensely profited from it. She gained like 40,000 followers on Threads. She also gained at least $10,000 in sales. And beyond just that, because she was like publicly bragging about it over and over and over again, like 75% of her posts during that 1 week window were talking about her follower count or her sales or something related to her sales and like how much money she's making. People are rightfully going to criticize you because you are gleefully profiting off of a lie. It became a whole thing on Threads where artists who hand drew their artwork or just like had sticker businesses were posting their stickers being like, don't buy from Rachel, buy from me because I'm a legitimate artist who won't lie to you. And it became like a little marketing thing that people were posting their stuff. So I guess Rachel is salty that people are getting sales on her behalf now. I don't know, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. And here's what other people broke down. This commenter Jay added, quote, my apologies were made sincerely, end quote. What apologies? Quote, removing my old post doesn't change the narrative, end quote. You're right, it removes the evidence of any wrongdoing. Quote, the people I've had conversations with, end quote. You mean the IRL people you didn't grift $10,000 in sales from? Of course they're gonna say you didn't do anything wrong. Quote, I'm owning it, end quote. By removing all the content that shows you did something wrong. Oh my god, this is so good. And other commenters are adding, who is bullying her? She knows StickerGate post isn't bullying, right? It's the consequences of her actions. And then she proceeded to make more statements and get caught in more lies. Because this again was the whole situation. Beyond just the hate emails, she lied repeatedly after the fact, doubling down, lying about this, that, and the third. There was an entire situation with a different sticker company called Grumpy Greetings Co. Grumpy was the one who originally found out that Rachel was the one who made the email. But there was a Facebook post made by a user by the name of Rachel, but with a different last name. And this Facebook post basically said along the lines of, and this is from my video, why am I wearing the same shirt? What? Guys, I swear I own other clothes. I did not realize I'm wearing the same shirt from this video. It's just cold and I'm sick, man. And this is one of my only long sleeves because I live in LA. It was posted by a user by the name of Rachel H with a bunch of stuff saying Rachel's going through a lot right now. By the way, please Grumpy Greetings Co. And Rachel came out and stated additional information. Rachel H is a separate assistant and not me. She also had a post, and there is a screenshot somewhere, and I can't find it now, where she also stated that her assistant made that post in the Facebook group without her knowing. How can that possibly be true? Because Rachel posted this. It was a screenshot of the Facebook page where the assistant, Rachel in quotes, said, please report anything that's encouraging people to harass and dox Rachel, and please Grumpy Greetings Co. And Rachel says, I want to clarify something. When I asked people to Grumpy Greetings Co., I meant ones sharing private info or encouraging harassment. I've just been doxxed from the Conrad situation in October. At the time, I was blocked from seeing what Grumpy said. Only saw fragments sharing what I thought was part of my phone number. I reacted from fear and assumed the worst. That doesn't excuse the impact. I'm sorry for the harm caused to Grumpy. Please don't harass and report her. But this is weird. Like, yes, please don't harass and report anyone. But I thought you said, one, this post was made without your knowledge, and two, that this post was made by your assistant named Rachel and not you. But then what do you mean when I ask people to report Grumpy Greetings Co. with a literal screenshot to this Facebook post? But then Rachel has this post where she says, I asked Rachel to post this on my behalf, but my ex-assistant and I do share the first name, and she's a real person who made this on my behalf. So then she posted this on your behalf? Or was this you who posted this? Like, make it make sense. I think she's losing track of the alleged lies that she's telling. I mean, I could understand the feeling of like, oh, people are picking apart my words and misconstruing everything. But like, I don't know. I feel like most people are just reading what you're writing. I asked people to Grumpy, but this is your assistant, allegedly, who said this, that you allegedly did not know about. And then Rachel had posts like this, and this was posted by Nomad Novels with T, writing, okay, one of you needs to get your girl and keep her off the internet. And this was a post Rachel had made, writing, I was considering making a parody account called Scamala, referring to Kamala Harris, making $1 million, sending absolutely nothing, then revealing I'm a 22-year-old MAGA man with a fake wife and lifted truck. Do I need to clarify this as parody, or are we all on the same page here? And Threads username Keandra writes, this is the emboldened behavior of a white woman who knows she will never face any real consequences. Another point of contention with Rachel was, again, the fact that she doesn't make her own sticker designs. There is a thing where you can purchase licensed designs and sell it yourself. It's completely legal. but people were just upset in Rachel's case specifically because of her branding Rachel Doodles and more, which implies that she herself does the artwork, and it wasn't clear if you go to her page that she is not the artist. So people were purchasing with the false assumption that she is the artist, and she has this frog design. But the design is also one that is featured by another art site called Aphrodite Book Club, so it could be a situation where both of them purchased the license from the same artist. But this again was another point of contention that people had, and it just kind of stirred the pot a little bit more for Threads users. But then 16 hours ago, this 14-part apology dropped. So let's take a look at it. It's written by Rachel and she writes, "I am sorry. I'm sorry to everyone I have hurt with my actions in StickerGate." Also on a tangent, but I thought the apology was deleted as a way to like clear things up, so now we have a new apology. But it continues, "I have hurt the leftist movement by writing fake emails to myself from a made-up conservative church lady. By doing this, I stoop to levels that have been seen consistent with conservative tactics. Leftists pride themselves on rising above such immature actions, and I harm the efforts of many leftists who are trying to peacefully cross the divide that plagues our nation in this current political atmosphere." And again, if you aren't familiar with Rachel's content, the reason why it's so politically leaning is due to the fact that she makes very like leftist political stickers, so I guess this is where like the politics sentiment comes in. Rachel adds, "While this was not my intent, I now recognize the impact and harm I cause, which has further reached outside of myself. I am sorry to other small businesses, especially women or owned by marginalized communities. My sympathy marketing ploy harmed real people who have received actual bullying messages from people. I drew a great deal of attention to my own shop and bragged about how much money I was making off the back of an upset conservative person. I now recognize this is hard for other small businesses and creators to see, and cause you to maybe wonder why you weren't succeeding the way that I was. I now recognize how my privilege as a white woman drew in customers who might have otherwise spent money with minority-owned businesses and artists. I am sorry to Black women. Using the name Scamala implies that powerful Black women are scamming, which continues to perpetuate stigma that cause more harm from you. I recognize that Black women are negatively impacted by racism daily, and I cannot apologize enough for how this action perpetuated further racism. I am sorry to the designers whose designs I used without proper artistic credit. Even though I did purchase licenses from these creators and communicated to verify I was following their guidelines, I insinuated by omission that these designs were my own. This is not the truth, and I am sorry. My intent was to uplift other creators, but I did not do this in a way that might allow people to find the original designer." Just nitpicking just a teeny bit, but when people always say like, "I want to do this to uplift creators," but you're profiting a significant amount in the process and bragging about your profits, it does feel bad for the other artist, right? There was a case of a fuck ice sticker that an artist made, and they traded it with Rachel in a legitimate and consensual art trade, but Rachel made a lot of profit from that sticker and was always bragging about how it was like one of her best-selling stickers, and the artist like didn't even sell a single one on their own website of their own design. So when you're doing things like that, it just feels so bad to the other individual. And I don't know, maybe there was the intent to uplift other artists, but the execution missed the mark absolutely. Normally, at least I'm the type of person that would give benefit of doubt in a scenario like this, but due to like how much Rachel has done at this point, I personally, and your opinion may differ, cannot really give the benefit of doubt to this intention anymore due to the execution of other things she's done. Rachel continues, "I do want to clarify that a significant minority of the stickers in my shop are designed by me, but I recognize I did not make the distinction known. This was unintentional, but harm has been done regardless. I am sorry. Moving forward, I will make sure every creator is credited and my own designs are correctly labeled as such. I am especially sorry to Grumpy of Grumpy Greeting Co., whom I accidentally sent a mob of my followers to harass simply because she called me out on what I was doing." I'm trying to maintain my composure here, but it's hard to give you benefit of doubt when you're saying things like, "I accidentally sent a mob of my followers to harass her." You know what you did, no? Like, there is this Facebook post in your own Facebook page where you say, "Please Grumpy's Greeting Co." Either you wrote that or your assistant wrote that, or however, like it's hard to tell because there's too many lies about it at this point. Like your story is not consistent. It's hard, I guess, to believe that this was your assistant who made this post and you had no knowledge of it and no hand at all in telling people to Grumpy when you've lied about it too much. That's not an accident. You don't accidentally make that Facebook post. And the thing is, like, I personally don't believe the "I'm so ditzy, this was a complete accident and I had no idea," because you had the premonition to scheme and create this fake email and write 8 fake emails to yourself. And this wasn't the first time she did that, because coincidentally, every like 4 days for the last couple of months, she has had hate emails sent shitting on her business. There's no way you are the poor victim of all of these haters. maybe some people, there is like a fringe scenario where you could be the wee poor victim, but the odds of that happening are so catastrophically low that I personally don't believe it. She adds, while my intent was solely about doxing and harassment, the message sent to my followers on my behalf did not communicate that properly. Again, I just think that doxing and harassment is like an interesting thing for her to constantly point out, because she was like afraid of doxing due to the fact that when Grumpy posted proof that the email belongs to Rachel, like the last 4 digits of her phone number were revealed to, verify that it is her. I can't elaborate on this more actually. Rachel continues, and damage was brought down on Grumpy's own livelihood because of it. I am sorry. Please continue to support her and her shop. Don't punish her for this. I'm especially sorry to my assistant online, an entirely separate person who happens to share my name. She is a real person with a family of her own who is suffering at the hands of my actions. I asked her to post on my behalf the message regarding Grumpy to my online community, of which she helped run and moderate. Okay, so then is this the truth? The truth is that you schemed up the post and just asked her to post it and then lied about not knowing that it was posted. And it was done intentionally so that you could then turn around with technical truth that you weren't the one that told people to harass Grumpy because it was posted by somebody else. Like, this is what I'm saying, right? I personally don't believe that, again, I'm so ditzy and airheaded and have no idea about how my actions could impact others, because this seems way too calculated. And again, look, I'm gonna bring race into this for one moment. People might say that I'm the too woke friend again. But again, like, you will commonly see white women get away with this, pulling the, I'm so innocent, I had no idea, oh my gosh, and they get away with it. And women of color and people of color will not get the same leniency that somebody like Rachel, who is white, will get. Rachel continues, she was accused of being me, she was attacked for trying to support me, and I lied to her about what I had done. She stood by me as a ride or die friend, and I betrayed her trust and her character through my actions. She has understandably moved on from working with me, and I am sorry to have lost such a good friend. This is the consequence of my own actions. I am sorry. I am especially sorry to my in-house assistant, who is a real person who chooses not to be named as she prefers a more private life. I lied to her as well, and I threatened her job security with my actions. I provided a safe, disability-friendly place to work, and she has been an incredibly empathetic friend who coached me on more than one occasion. Her support has caused her to be pulled into a situation she didn't sign up for. As an autistic artist herself, I put her own reputation as an artist at risk by association. I am sorry, and my actions do not represent her own character. She too was accused of being me and suffered attacks by mobs who followed her across platforms and tried to hack into her artist's Instagram account. She did not deserve any of this for speaking on my character before she knew what I had done. She also supported me through my recovery from StickerGate, which I cannot thank her enough because I know the negative impact this had on her mental health caused by my hands. She really is one of the most phenomenal people I know, and I'm so grateful for everything she has done for me. I am sorry. I recognize that the best time to have left this apology was immediately. The second best time to apologize is now. I have a lot to learn from the situation and will continue to try and grow from this event. I recognize I may have ruined my trustworthiness as a person and as a business. I recognize people will leave for good, and they have that right. I respect that and acknowledge your choice without shame and without anger. I earnestly wish the best for you in the future. For those that choose to stay and are patient with my growth, I hope I can gain back your trust. While this is the end of my formal apology, this by no means signals the end of my actions moving forward. I will continue to find ways to learn and grow as a person, to educate myself about the impacts caused to the community, and to find ways to support and elevate the voices who were harmed as a result of my actions, both seen and unseen. Thank you for your support. I am sorry for everything. I'm curious about your thoughts on the apology. It's not my place to accept the apology. I never purchased anything from her as part of her sympathy ploy, so I didn't lose money in this process. But it is pretty thorough. This is a lot more thorough of an apology, and it seems a lot more genuine than the first one. Again, with something like this, where the scandal and the actions of the creator is so deeply hurtful and damaging to the community, it truly is like your future actions will truly show whether you've changed or not as a person. And maybe this is like me with my love language. I just personally don't really believe words. It's actions that really speak for you. And it's just, we haven't seen the future actions yet because this was posted 16 hours ago. But she went and left a bunch of replies to comments kind of rightfully critiquing her character and things that she said. This person said, "Leftist, huh? Girl, you scammed a lot of people to pay your bills. This wasn't a mistake. You hurt people, you damage reputations, and you caused harm to others. You don't get to say, whoops, my bad, I'm seeking therapy, and keep business going. Take your site down, get the help you need, make things right with everyone, and truly reevaluate. Rachel adds, I'm replying to share thank you for sharing your thoughts. Seriously, not sarcastically. This was uncomfortable to read. There are reasons why taking my site down is not an option, and I'm also going to get the help I need to continue to do what I can to make things right. I understand there will be people who don't agree or think I'm wrong. I accept that. Another person adds, what about the negative reviews you left on another lady's Etsy shop? Will you remove those? I'm truly sorry now I bought stickers from you. What a wild ride. Rachel adds, I need to address an additional apology for this. Thank you. I did go in last night and changed the reviews to 5 stars and modified to the feedback to came quickly in the mail and packaged nicely on all the stickers. I definitely think this is interesting because it's, again, another lie, right? Because didn't you say this is like my genuine review? I am critical because I'm a sticker business. Now it's a 5-star review. Maybe I'm a little critical as well, but like every single sticker that had a 2-star review had a very critical, specific message written that was different. But then if she went back and copy pasted the same, came quickly and packaged nicely, maybe I'm just being too critical, right? But of course, this is going to be a situation where no one is ever going to be satisfied with her apology due to what she did. It is what it is. There was another comment about the stickers, and somebody asked, I want to clarify, your response means the reviews were fake, right? Thank you for owning up to it. And Rachel says they were not fake in terms of the order and not being super happy with the product as a sticker maker. That said, the impact of them claiming lasting damage as a result of the reviews, I realized it was not fair to the company to hurt them as much as they claimed it is impacting them. I decided it was better to adjust it and move forward so it wasn't hanging over me. There was also other mixed comments as well, people asking about the therapy where she confirms she has 2 therapists right now, other people stating that they accept the apology and that they hope that she moves forward and becomes better and that she heals. This was just a little interesting. There was this comment, back up your words with actions, donate every single cent you made from the scandal to a charity and post the receipts. And another commenter adds, agree. I noticed she specifically chose to ignore this comment, as it includes taking actual accountability and returning or donating the money she admittedly scammed from people. Another commenter adds, the money really bugs me too. I do think this apology and her responses at least were much better written. A lot of the previous things that she had posted about, seemed like it was making light of a situation and kind of like, la-di-da, I'm not gonna listen to you type energy. But again, it's just kind of interesting because people again looked at other posts that she made and they were like, oh, this doesn't make, I don't know, doesn't feel like the apology is fully sincere. Fable and Flame Co. made this post writing, see, this pisses me off so much. Somebody asked her why she made up Michelle. Framing her scam as self-healing is just, my God. I wasn't gonna say anything, but just wow. Michelle was a character based off a real person, completely separate from this individual. The troll email she evolved from was real. But for me, I think a part of it came from a place of self-healing and to encourage others to stand up for themselves. Threads in general has been my opportunity as a 37-year-old woman to finally stand up for myself when every single time people expressed disappointment with me that I ran away and was also so disappointed in myself. So what? Because this is also confusing. In the past, about the Michelle thing, first Rachel said that Michelle was a real person. Then when it was found out that it was her, she then changed her story and said it was a social experiment. And then when people weren't believing the social experiment stuff, now it's coming from a place of self-healing and a way for her to stand up for her past self who was traumatized. I always just think it's very interesting because if you've gone through things and you are on a self-healing journey, I love that for you. It's just very interesting that her self-healing journey coincidentally comes along with her gaining 40,000 subscribers and $10,000 in profit. What a coincidence that you benefited so much monetarily and socially from this self-healing journey. I feel like I'm normally not cynical, but again, things are working out a little too well for you. Call a spade, man. Be honest. I lied because I wanted to make money. Bam. Because that's truly what's it. And again, there are a whole bunch of other hater emails with the same format. What about those? Were all of those your self-healing journey? Those people weren't named Michelle though, because we have this, again, call me hater 42069. Here's another one, another person mad about Rachel supporting Big Pharma. Here's another one, Nana Banana Sussy Lover. Here's another one, F your mental illness, boo-hoo, you were in the hospital crying emoji. What about these emails? Because these are all lies too, no? I'm not believing that all of these are legitimate hate emails. I'm not. Also, because all of these emails came before the giant StickerGate thing. And all of the email handles all have a very similar format. Some hater words, at, and then the at handle of the email address is also some hate either referring to her or something political that she's posted about. At the end of the day, what are your thoughts? Don't send hate to her. Don't send hate to any parties. The biggest thing is your actions will speak for yourself, right? If you're truly intent on correcting your wrongs and moving forward and becoming a better person, your future actions will speak for yourself. Apologies again for the way I sound in my video. I'm a bit sick, so yeah. Also, I still think it's funny that I'm wearing the exact same outfit right now as I was in the original video. That just not intentional at all. Yeah, anyways, if you like this video, I appreciate it if you like and subscribe. Don't send hate to any parties involved. I have an Etsy if you want to check out like digital emotes and stuff like that, and a coffee with free resources if you're a content creator. And I also stream on Twitch 3 days a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays at 6 p.m. PST. So I hope to catch you all there or in another video. Peace.